Okay, here we go. So we are on a short workout for your arms. So you will need 1 or 2 hand weights. If you don't have hand weights, bottle of water, tin of food, that will do the job. We're only going to work one side at a time, but it is quite a short workout, so you can go a little bit heavier. So that's why if you've got 2 small hand weights or 1 slightly bigger hand weight, you might want to use that and really go for it on one side. Or if you've got the lighter hand weight and you're going more for endurance, then you might want to come back and do this a second time through. Completely up to you. Choose what feels best. Again, there might be a couple of exercises that you want to drop down if you're using the double weights. Completely your choice. Okie doke. So really key in this one, keep a nice connection through the core, because we're only working one side. There might be a tendency to kind of lean or, you know, go a little bit wonky, and we definitely want to avoid that if we can. So we'll just get the tunes on and then we'll get ready. So very simple. We're going to do one exercise on your right or your left, same exercise on the other side, have a rest, move on to the next one. So we're starting with the bicep curl. So elbow in nice and tight to your body. We'll wait for the timer. And standing up really nice and tall. Okay, here we go. So just bringing that bring that arm or that weight up to the shoulder and down. Nice and strong through the core, so the arm is doing all the work. 30 seconds on each arm, and then we move on to a different exercise. Get ready to switch. Other hand. Careful if you've got the double weight. You want to make sure you've got a good grip on it. So just relax that other arm. Standing nice and tall. So we've got a little bit of a core workout going on here, because we're going to have to use the core to keep ourselves stable throughout.
Take a 30-second rest in 4, 3, 2,
and rest. So next up, go back to your first side. We've got the shoulder press. So we're driving through, going above the head in a straight line. So still keeping that core nice and tight. Take the other hand wherever you like. So rest it down or on the hip, your choice.
get ready. Exercise 1 in 4.
Here we go. Shoulder press. So just up and down. If you can see yourself in a reflection or a mirror, just check that you're going in a nice straight line and you're not kind of whizzing off to a different angle.
Halfway there. Exercise 2 in
Get ready to squat. Here we go. So if you are taking a little time to swap, if it takes you a couple of seconds, just make sure that you may be doing it as we get the countdown. And again, check that form. You should be able to sort of slightly see it out of the corner of your eye. If you look up, straight up and down, really using that shoulder muscle.
Take a 30-second rest in 4, 3, 2,
And rest. So next up you've got a lateral raise, which is just a raise out to the side. If your weight's feeling a little heavy for you and you can't drop down, take a bend in the arm and do the same exercise. So you're just not moving that weight quite so far. So again, nice sturdy base, feet hip width or slightly wider.
exercise 1 in 4, 3,
Okay, lateral raise, here we go. So just raise to shoulder height. Try and think about the shoulder blades sliding down the back, so the shoulder's not coming up to the ears. And again, nice strong body, nice strong core. So it's literally just the arm that's moving. Bend the arm if you need need to, so you're shortening the range. Okay, other side. So swap the weight to the other hand, or if you've got one in each hand, just start going on the other side. Same again though, don't forget you can bend the arm to shorten the range of motion if you need to.
Take a 30-second rest. In 4, 3, 2,
And rest. So next up we're going to change the body position. We're going to take a slight bend in the knees. We're going to bend to a 45-degree angle. So really important here to keep a nice strong core and we're coming out to the side. Think about squeezing something between your shoulder blades. So again, you're only going to come out to about the shoulder height, squeezing into those shoulder blades. Here we go, you get the position, off you go. So we're going from the centre line to about a shoulder height. Again, if you're going with a heavier weight that's feeling difficult, take a little bend in the arm. Just pull it up. Try and keep the body nice and still. Squeeze that shoulder blade in.
exercise 2, in 4, 3, 2,
Other side. So you're leading with the knuckles, squeezing into the shoulder blade. Head's in a neutral position, so you're looking forwards. Keep that core engaged. Don't worry, we're standing up nice and tall for the next one.
take a 30-second rest. In 4, 3, 2,
And rest. Roll your shoulders. Okay, next up we're going to take the arm next to the head, squeeze it in, almost like you're trying to block an ear, and then you're bringing the weight up and down to use your tricep. So you're aiming the weight for the bottom of your neck. Try not to hit that though. Really important to have a strong core on this one. Here we go. So the push is the exercise rather than the weight coming down. The push is the bit where your tricep is working hard. Keep it in, squashed in towards your ear. Make sure you're not arching through the back. Lovely push.
exercise 2, in 4, 3, 2,
And swap sides. So keeping that other hand close to the ear, or other forearm I should say. It's not even forearm, is it? What am I talking about? The top of your arm in, close to your head. Oh dear.
halfway there.
Good stuff.
Take a 30-second rest. In 4, 3, 2,
And rest. Okay, so we've got forward raise or a raise in front now. Again, we're coming up to shoulder height. So we just want to have a nice neutral spine. Lift up, come down.
halfway
Keep that core engaged. Feet about hip width apart again. If you feel you're wobbling a little bit, you can take a split stance or come a little bit wider. Okay, here we go. One side, you pick what side you're starting. So coming up and down.
halfway there. exercise 2, in 4, 3,
Okay, other side. So coming straight up ahead of you, just to shoulder height. And we get a bit of a longer rest, which is very kind. and rest. Okay, so then we've got another 6 exercises and then you're done. So all good. So our first one is going to be for the rotator cuff, so a good one to protect your shoulders, but it's quite a funny one. So you're going to bring the arm to 90 degrees in front of you, and then you're just bringing the arm out and across. So the elbow stays in, much like the bicep curls, and you're just, it's almost like you're opening a jacket. Want to buy any watches? So that's going to be your first one. Then we've got tricep pushbacks, which are going to be in that bent over position again, but this time taking the arm behind you. And then you've got some other ones that, you don't need to worry about yet. So we're going to start with that rotator cuff. Take one hand up, and it's just open and close. So we're working a pretty small muscle here, so it is quite hard. Keep those shoulder blades down the back, sort of semi-squeezing together. You've got that core connection, you're nice and stable, it's just the arm that's moving.
Exercise 2 in 4, 3, 2.
And release other side. So we're really thinking about getting that rotation through the shoulder.
Halfway there.
Oh, keep it breathing, keep it going.
Take a 30-second rest in 4, 3, 2.
And rest. So next up, you're going to take that lovely bent leg position, body at about 45 degrees. You're going to tuck the elbow in, you're going to push back.
Halfway there.
So just let's wait for the go. I will turn to this side so you can see what I'm doing on the right hand side.
Exercise 1 in 4,
Okay, here we go. Bend the knees, take a lead, push back. So it's only the forearm that's moving, I'll get it right this time. The elbow is pushed in to the side of the body.
halfway there.
So you should feel this in the back of the arm, working through those triceps.
Exercise 2 in 4, 3, 2.
And swap sides. I'm just going to turn so you can still see what I'm doing. You can stay the same way as you were. We're looking forwards in front of our feet, maybe a metre away from our feet, just to keep that head in neutral. Really strong connection through that core.
Take a 30-second rest in 4, 3, 2.
And rest. Bring yourself up. Okay, so we're going to do an upright row. So we're coming up nice and in a sort of straight line in front of us. Again, shoulder height.
Halfway there. Get ready. Exercise 1 in 4.
Here we go. Choose your side. And you're just rowing up and down. It's almost like if you had a coat with a zip down one side, you're doing up that little side zip. So going a nice straight line up and down. Keeping those shoulder blades, pulling down the back. So remember this exercise.
2 in 4, 3, 2.
Other side. We're going to come back to this in a minute. So just remember this part where we're coming up to shoulder height. So this is going to be the first part of a compound move.
30-second rest in 4,
That's coming in a little bit. And and rest. Roll the shoulders. Next up, we're going back to that shoulder press that we did near the start. So nice and strong, pushing from the shoulders and up. So again, it's that straight line, driving from the elbow. Notice where your elbow is when you're doing this move, and remember that. So the next one we do is going to be compound. Here we go. So push. We've done this. We know what we're doing, right? But why is she putting the same move in again? But it'll all become clear. Remembering that core connection. Keep your breathing going. Other side. So pushing up and down. Elbow starts close into the ribs. Push up. Keep going.
Take a 30-second rest in 4, 3, 2.
Okay, what we're doing next is going to be a compound move for the two. It's like a clean and press. So we do an upright row, we flip the elbow under, and then we shoulder press. So have a little go to get that move where you flip the elbow. Because you want to do the opposite as you come down. You flip the elbow back.
Get ready.
Okay, are you ready?
Exercise 1.
Nice and strong through the core. Here we go. Up, flip, push, down, flip and down. So really think about that elbow flip, both as you come up to push and as you come down. Obviously if you're doing clean and press in the gym, you're going to probably be doing it with both hands on a long bar. But actually, it's quite important to get this, other side, get this technique really good. So you're rotating through the shoulder in that middle phase. This will help you if you do any more heavier weightlifting. Keep it practicing. And down. Roll the shoulders. You've got one more left. We're going to do back to a bicep curl again. Nice and simple. Get those guns working. We've done loads of shoulders, so they need a little bit of a rest. So nice and firm through the abs. Elbows tucked in nice and tight to the side of the body. Here we go. So up and down. You're just bringing that weight up to your shoulder, down to your thigh. So obviously this is the last one in this workout. It's only a short workout, but feel free to go back to the beginning and do it again if you want a little bit longer time, so your biceps might know about it. Other side. So it's good to start with a slightly lighter weight, so we know we can keep going for the endurance side of things, but increase as you find that it's getting better and easier. And, you know, challenge yourself a little bit. You can always drop down again if you want to.
Take a 60-second rest in 4, 3, 2.
And relax. Roll the shoulders, pop down the weights. Just make sure you have a little bit of a mobilise of your shoulders and of your arms, and make sure you give them a little stretch as well. So give them a proper stretch. I'm doing a little mini one here just to show you a few different stretches that you might want to do. Drop the head and then stretch through the chest. Brilliant. You've done well. Your work here is done.